Good morning to you. This is John and So On with Fila Day, and we're back with Vega Heavy.
We sure are. This be my game, just as a reminder, in case you didn't watch the first part for some reason.
Yeah.
Which is possible.
No judging here.
I mean, if you don't want to be cool.
There are no rules here.
Are you sure? No rules?
No.
None at all? 0 rules. Are you sure you're willing to commit to that?
As far as being a viewer goes.
Are you sure?
Whoa.
I don't know if I would give people the power to have no rules.
They already act like that on the internet.
I feel like you might not be able to think of a way that can backfire, but it probably will find a way to backfire. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
Just wouldn't want to give anybody that power. Anyway, we're just delaying until I finally get back to the surface again.
Like, for instance, they could watch the whole series if they want. Nothing against that.
They would never. No, don't. You're talking crazy. They don't have the willpower to do that. They can't find it in themselves. I dare them to try that. I dare you to try that.
Yeah. What do you say?
You don't. I don't think they're capable enough, you know, to keep up.
Well.
Is it working? I'm trying to convince them to watch
Prove us
this whole
wrong.
thing. Yeah, prove me wrong. I don't think it's working.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, I don't need my light on anymore.
Nope.
It's so much nicer having Ray Beam. I kind of wanted to make it feel like that. I wanted you to kind of feel that Common Beam wasn't that good.
Yeah, Ray Beam is my favorite.
Yep. Not really my favorite, though. My favorite is a different one that you get in story mode. I mean, what? No, this is the only other beam you get in story mode. What am I talking about? Hello, 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 hello.
Oh, goodbye.
Hello.
Goodbye. You ready to say goodbye?
Hello. No time to say hello, goodbye. I'm late, I'm late, I'm late. I don't think I can get up to that expansion yet.
Alright.
I think I need another thing to get that. And I screwed this up big time. Hello. You're supposed to go here and then get up there and then fight through those two. But turns out if you have the ability you need to get up there, you could actually just jump straight up here and get up there.
Oh well.
Yeah, another thing that I can't fix because it would take too much effort to change the map.
Man, I feel like you're getting hit a lot, but I'm not doing that much.
That's because I have 2.5 defense. Yeah, in the simulator I'm used to playing with like 0.3 defense. So
that's why
this
he's
would be doing a lot more damage. Yeah. And remember, the way defense works is that whatever damage you take is divided by the number on the defense.
Yeah.
So I'm taking less than half of the damage that I normally would be at this point.
This terminal is displaying a collection of telemetry and control data for the above crane.
And I'm pretty sure that BioShield increases your defense in story mode. I mean, it increases your defense by 1. So I think it would be 1.5 without BioShield right now.
Okay. Communication log from Gujai Warak, Facility Security Supervisor, to Director Hal Min. Director, this is security team. These creatures are getting to be quite a problem. Common beam fire isn't always doing the job, and some of them are breaching the standard door shielding.
That's blue door. That's what they're referring to.
Alright. We know we have a limited power budget. I know. But I'm going to start strategically increasing the shielding on certain doors to hold them off.
So that's supposed to be the explanation of why all the doors are set to different things.
Okay. I didn't realize that going through myself.
In I liked how in Metroid Prime they had it where like a whole region would all be the same color door. So like there's like the middle section of Fendrana Drifts was like all purple doors, and the one of the research stations, one of the pirate research stations, is all white doors.
Okay.
I always liked that. It made that whole area feel kind of connected because they all had the same color door.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. It's a little annoying in Metroid Prime 2 though, because you have to deal with beam ammo all the time. Which yeah,
I don't know that.
yeah. The problem in that game is that it's actual ammo that you have to collect ammo for.
Is that a scan thing over there?
Oh yeah, this. I don't remember if this is anything important. This is just another tower.
Antenna is broadcasting a simple idling signal in slow, regular intervals.
Yeah. That one's the boring one.
Okay.
Kind of wish I had changed it. Oh, I could do this. Where are we heading?
To Science Building Northeast.
Science, my favorite.
There's some science to do.
I can't wait to slurp up all the science. Where is he? There he is.
Oh.
There he is. I knew he was in here. There he goes.
Fast now.
So, for the sake of time, I'm just gonna tell you. I'm just gonna not play along in this area. And I'm just gonna be like, "There's things you gotta get in here
Okay.
that you may not notice. Right? You might not notice until you get to the other side of this room, and you're dead."
Like that?
Like this thing right here. So the idea is I put all those up high or out of sight, like over there, so you wouldn't know. You may not know right away that you needed to look for something. But at the end, there's a barrier at the other side of this room you can't get through. So you kind of, oh geez, stop it.
That was scary.
Yeah, look, I hit him around the corner again.
Oh, you. I know.
Get off, get off, get off, get off, get off, and you're dead. Okay. But, so the whole idea of this room was that you fought through to the other side, then you ran into a door, and then you started having to look around, so then you started looking up more and see all this stuff up here.
Huh.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I wonder what that was.
It's almost like an alarm or a foghorn or something.
You're a foghorn.
Thanks?
How dare you?
Oh, that's a bad thing?
Don't you know? My mother was killed by a foghorn.
I don't know, that's not my fault.
Yeah, but you brought back the painful memories.
Well, I'm sorry.
How dare you? Your mother was a hamster.
Now that's just uncalled for.
Isn't that a reference to something?
Yeah.
I've definitely heard that before.
Oh, sir, or something, right?
No, it was... Oh, there's a specific thing that's from. It was voiced. It's not like a text thing.
Well, yeah, they speak in that.
Do they? Oh, well, that's still not what I'm thinking of. Your mother was a hamster! I know it was said in a very specific way, like,
I know.
kind of snotty.
There was in Labyrinth. It's like, your mother is an arc.
Okay, that's not what I'm thinking of
I know.
either. Because the thing that I'm thinking of was a whole string of insults.
Okay.
I just can't think of what it was off the top of my head.
Ta-da.
Da-na-na. There we go.
Wasn't there something purple back there?
Face was back there, and it's purple.
My face was purple.
I missed one. Oh no, I didn't miss one. There's that one. I missed one.
Yeah, there's something behind
Where?
The weather thing.
The weather
The
thing?
map thing, sorry.
Where?
And I don't know, it was scannable.
I made a mistake here.
What?
It's floating.
Oh!
Oopsies! We'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Well, now what is this purple thing you're talking about?
You have to enter into scan mode.
Scan mode?
Huh, it
Oh,
was
I bet I know what it is. It's that guy.
Oh.
It's one of these things. So I already have the item you get from them. But remember how I said that the radar or the scan icons all reset like you haven't scanned them, but you still have the item.
Yeah.
There, that's the one I missed.
Here we go. And listen, my eyes don't work like they used to.
I don't think your brain does either. You don't see me complaining though.
I would say that it's because it's not affecting you, but
Eh?
my brain not working certainly affects you.
I'm gonna say it does. There we go. Hey, I wonder what's back here. I wonder if anything could be behind this area.
Have you been having to deal with the rocket bugs?
No. I don't have to fight them at all. Here we go. This is the only thing back here.
Interesting.
I don't know why I put it there, I just did. So there at least be some acknowledgement that you're able to go back there. But there's nothing back there.
We need to
Or
guard
is
this
there? Or is there something back there? No, there's not.
corner. Might have been a cave-in or something.
Maybe. You really can't say, can we?
Nope. Well, I can't. You might be able to.
I might know, but that doesn't mean I can say.
Okay.
Tell me I'm wrong. That's right, I didn't think so.
Alright. Communication log from Director Helmin, Site Director to Gujai Warak.
You have a
that
hard
right?
time with that name. Gujai Warak, yes.
Because I keep thinking the I is a J, another J.
Gujaj?
Yeah.
You might be able to tell that they look different.
Mm-hmm.
That's your giveaway.
Warak, you are the security supervisor. Just secure the facility. I'm not interested in how you do your job, just do it.
So this is a reference back to the previous one that was saying that Warak wanted to increase the door security on some of the doors. So this is Director Howman's response.
You can play your door chess game with those things if you want, but I am not going to lose this site because of some alien bugs. End log.
Alrighty. So, I wonder if anything more is going to end up happening with that whole story. Can't imagine. Guess what's back here? Nothing. Boink.
I could guess you.
I'm sorry?
I could have guessed.
Am
You
I
didn't give me
boring
much
you?
time. No.
Is this game boring you? How dare you?
I just nod all the yawn all the time until late at night.
Yeah. Alright.
Oh, hi
Whatever you
there.
say. Oh yeah, I should probably scan this. I just knew
Oh.
I already knew he was gonna be here, so.
Subject Cascade Drone. Potent anti-boarding defense drone. Designed to protect starships, space stations, or other locations from boarding or invasion parties. This model has a vulnerable vent located on the front of the body. High-level air-permeable shielding is used to protect this weakness. A 3-step process is necessary to defeat this drone.
Go ahead.
First, use any weapon to overload either side mounted gun.
This should definitely tell you a lot about the seriousness of this drone when it says a 3-step process is necessary to defeat this drone.
Yeah, it is serious. I died many times.
Yeah. I would say this is probably the most difficult regular enemy in the game. And it was meant to be. This is an anti-boarding drone. So basically, the idea behind what this drone is for is you put one or two of these drones, or you put not one or two, but you put a couple of these drones on like a starship and use them to block boarding parties. Like use them to fight off boarding parties because they're more effective than regular people at fighting.
Yeah, I wasn't even sure if I was doing anything right at one point fighting these.
Yeah.
Second, when disabled, damage the shield generator mounted on the rear. These 2 steps may need multiple cycles. Third, once the shield is down, deliver maximum firepower to the exposed vent to trigger a power supply failure. Error analysis failed. Subject internal signal interference prevented replication of advanced weaponry.
So, back a while ago, around the time we first saw the rocket bugs, I paused to tell him that one of the other enemies in this game was supposed to be spider-like with their legs, but I didn't want to say what the drone was, so we hadn't seen it in the game yet. This was that drone.
Yeah.
This was supposed to be a spider-like drone, but I couldn't quite swing it at the time. I might have better chances now of doing it, though. So maybe I'll be able to make a spider drone at some point.
That would be nice.
Yep. I really do like spider drones. They look really cool.
Yeah.
I'm not big on, like, AI or, like, droids. Or, like, androids that can talk and, like, are human-like or whatever. But I really like these mindless combat and utility drones. I think I really like that kind of stuff.
I like all different types of robots.
So it says replicable tech nearby, but it's not in this area. I have to go all the way around to get to it.
Are we going to read all of these?
Why not? If we need to know, we want to know what's going on in here, don't we? Do we? Or do you not care?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
First, this one is important.
I'm stealing it from my hands. This unit is used for the purpose of growing and harvesting flesh and other biomass based on any particular DNA sequence.
I thought you were just saying that because you were lazy and you didn't want to do it.
Well, now that may be true, but...
That's an unrelated part. That's unrelated to this.
Yeah. This unit is currently set to produce mass using genetic code of the species that build this facility.
Yeah, so this machine is literally a meat factory, basically, a biomass factory. You can set it to any genetic code and make more of that mass.
They were trying to make more of their species?
So they make, no, not more of their species, more flesh that is their same genetic makeup and their same biostructure. Okay. And I'll explain that. I'll explain why they did that in a minute.
Scanning gene data.
There's a reason that they did this.
Subject Longtail, a Selly class familiar, societal class civil, weaponized high-tech isolationist race.
So this is mainly here to tell the player what the species is that made this place and all those logs were coming from. It's coming from this species called the Longtail.
Longtails are relatively short in stature for civil class species, though a bit heavy set.
So Longtail is one of the few custom species that I have in this world.
They are known for their unusually long prehensile tails, the fur of which can adjust friction and grip through muscle control. Fur can be many different shades of yellow, tan, or brown. Secondary coloring covers all of both legs, the tail, and belly. Longtails are raised to believe that all other species are inferior to them and to treat outsiders as a threat. In the far past,
What?
the Wolfen Empire...
Oh, no. I know. I was about to say, why didn't I change that? But because
Okay.
I had changed it. The main country used to be called the Wolfen, but I restructured the whole world at some point. And I thought I replaced all of them, but there's a reason I didn't change that one.
Okay. The Wolfen Empire violently tried to colonize their own planet, but were defeated by superior Longtail tech.
Because it was called the Wolfen Empire back in that day.
That makes them sound like the aggressors here.
What, the Wolfen?
Yeah.
They were. The Wolfen were the aggressors. They're not really the good side anymore.
Okay.
I keep changing the history of the main world, and yeah, the Wolfen Empire were not the good guys.
Since this conflict, the Longtail and outside governments consider each other to be enemies. Any contact with Longtail is likely to result in hostility.
Okay, you saw that anyway.
Yep.
So, yeah, the Wolfen Empire doesn't exist anymore. The main country that the character is from is called Entusia, which it mentioned earlier.
You mean this character? Vega?
Isn't that what I said?
Okay. You said the main character. I wasn't.
Yeah, the character I'm playing as works with the country of Entusia.
Now, do you just mean the Wolfen Empire doesn't exist anymore, as in they no longer are an entity in this world?
Yeah, they don't, in the history of the world, of their world, they're not around anymore. They got beaten.
Okay.
They got defeated. I'm not going to get into the history, but
Okay.
yeah, you know what I mean.
That's all I want to know.
Yes, they exist in the history of the world, but they don't exist in the modern day of the world.
It seems the gas is capable of corroding any material it contacts. Our corrosion-resistant armor isn't going to help at all against it.
So, the point of this room is that this was a lab that they were using to test all the gas in the mine, or in the capsule, and they're trying to figure out, trying to experiment with it and test it and figure out how, if they can stop it.
Is that what's in those capsules?
Yep. And that's why they're making the biomass, because they want to see if they can put a sample of their material in the center and like figure out a way to protect it from the gas.
It'll break out from there eventually then.
What?
From these, it should break out of there.
The gas?
Yeah.
Well, if it's still in there, I guess.
If it can break down anything.
It's not necessarily actively still in there, because BioShield is green, so the green here is actually a hint of it being protected by BioShield.
Alright.
Just so you know.
Experiment shows that 10 kilograms of flesh can be dissolved by the gas in around 15 minutes. Huh. Energy draws quite high from bioshielding in contact with that gas. Harmful effects are so severe that it can even eat through a shield designed to block it out.
So yeah, it constantly takes power. You have to spend a little bit of power to keep the shield charged. So I guess technically, yes, once the generator for this place shuts down, yes, I guess these would dissolve once the shield breaks away.
I didn't know that was energy shielding.
Yeah, it has shielding on the inside of these.
By the way,
what?
There's something funny. When you turned off scan mode, the music went doo.
Did it?
Yeah.
I didn't notice. It's pretty funny. Timing.
Testing with neutralizing gases has been promising, however, the amount it requires is quite high. Besides, the toxic gas in the capsule continuously replenishes itself, so I doubt this will prove useful. Unknown antimicrobial seems to be able to kill the microbes that live in the gas. This approach is nothing but a waste of time, just like all of them. Personal log file, Clen Sukanji.
Okay, I was wondering if you were going to have
Science
problems with that one or not.
I just needed to read it first. I've had the entire science team working on the gas samples we've been receiving from the capsule, and it's way nastier than it looks. Under microscope, we found that it is filled with an unknown species of microbes. They're what damages our machines, not the gas itself. They seem to dissolve any foreign materials, and they can pierce energy shielding. They only seem to die if removed from the gas. For now, only bioshielding seems to help at all.
So that gives us a lot of information of not only who the Longtail are based on this one, but what they tried to do with the gas and everything.
Yeah.
So this is building... all of these are supposed to be building a certain narrative of what happened here.
Yep.
And there's still a very critical part that hasn't been discussed yet.
Yeah, I like it.
I want to do that kind of stuff in the future too, where I build a narrative for the place rather than just having just random locations, meaningless places. I want to make environments that are actually there for a reason and actually had a purpose.
We just got a message.
Did we? Oh, you're right. I never really noticed that. I seem to never notice.
It looks like you'll want to continue south here, but there could be something useful nearby if you look around.
Okay, yeah, this is here to teach us that's here to tell us that there's multiple routes, and it's to help you figure out where you're even supposed to go.
Was that a purple thing just in the middle of the area?
That's these guys.
Oh, I thought there was just one hanging around.
Nope.
I seem to remember that from before.
What?
I thought there was something like that. I don't know.
Something like what?
Just like a purple thing in this room.
It's not. I think I know what you're talking about. It's not in this room.
Okay.
It's in the next room.
It was likely that this spire was used primarily for reception of scientific data collected from transmitters across the site. Data.
Either way, works for me. So what's over this way?
I wonder. 2 barracks. Northeast.
So, the thing about this one is it's a white door, you can't go in there, but there's stuff down there to see.
Oh, map.
You right.
Data.
Let's see it. That's what we got. So you can see that in that previous room, going south, that takes us to the next part. But there's to the east and to the west of that room are other little offshoots that have other stuff in them. And the other offshoot is actually much more important than this one. But I wanted to start with this one first.
Okay.
And there's nothing you can do to stop me.
Okay.
So it looks like I'll deal with whatever's in that other area, and then we'll be done with this episode.
This terminal is being used to browse through homemade recorded videos made on the Ark. Okay. We just finished up that secondary path to the barracks building. Those rocket bugs were just swarming the area the whole time, but it turns out they don't bother us if we don't bother them.
I'll do this one, I guess.
Okay. Personal log file Choke Mimran, mine operator. This is awful. We're spending so much resources on maintaining our mining equipment against the green fog. We can't keep going like this, or the entire capsule will have been a waste. On top of that, we still don't know if the Intusions know about our presence here. Helmet needs to act.
I'll do this one then.
Alright.
Straight into this one.
Personal log file Kuflotique, Prospector. They want me to get past the fence and come to them beyond fog. I see them approaching. Even further beyond them, I feel a much more foreboding presence, one that is determined to escape. I feel the fabric of the universe gurgle and shift around me as a sleepless mass becomes restless.
Sleeping mass.
Oh, sleeping mass. Darn it. Becomes restless.
I don't know what that could be referring to.
Minor blockage in AM feed pipe to main site generator has been detected. Maintenance drones have been dispatched to blockage. Terminals displaying a simple emergency message, though the cause of the emergency is not clear. Attempts to access terminal met with failure.
Alright. I don't know, I just like the little flavor stuff. Again though, the darker blue ones are not mandatory or important, so you could always just skip those if you wanted to. It's mostly the
Those are really flavor.
yeah, it's mainly the cyan ones that you want if you want the actual story.
Man, Mom's been having where her voice goes out or just gets like, I don't know, what's the word? Hoarse?
Okay.
I'm getting kind of like that right now, where I keep getting just like stuff in my throat.
Oh, gotta clear it, I guess?
Yeah, just constantly, you know?
Yeah, I understand. I think talking a lot causes that to happen too. Especially if you haven't talked a lot recently.
That's true. This anti-border drone appears to have been disabled to perform critical repairs. Maintenance operations appear to have ceased abruptly, leaving the drone in an inoperable state.
Lobber cannon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, now we're talking.
Now we're cooking with diesel.
I don't think you're supposed to do that.
A powerful mixture of explosives and beam. Click the right mouse button to fire. This weapon has limited ammo and travels slowly.
Alrighty. So now I got lobber. Pook. I love it.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
This has splash damage, and the splash damage can hurt you too, so you don't want to get it too close to you. Oh, well, I guess we're good here then.
Time to go back.
Oh no! Oh no!
What are we gonna do?
So you notice there was two there before. The one that I wasn't able to scan ain't there anymore. Now this guy's here.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's connected in some way.
Yeah, that got me before.
There we go. I got him in one cycle.
Pretty good.
I one cycled him. I missed. There we go. Got him. Wow.
Nice.
He had so much more problems with those enemies. I think they are a little bit nerfed from that, but they're still pretty rough most of the time.
The way that they move themselves now, instead of having the spider legs,
Yeah.
I think it makes sense if they'd have to go on like this type of terrain.
Yeah, it's in the sand, that's true. Spider legs would have a hard time with sand. Yeah, you're right. Oh, I think this is it, actually. Well, let me see. Let me check the time. Yes, it is.
Alrighty. So thanks for watching and joining us so far, and good night.
Auf Wiedersehen.